Shalom, shalom, brothers and sisters. This is Brother Yosef. I want to come back to you with another video today, talking about the importance of knowing the time. All right. Now, some of you that are taking a look at this right now, you spend way too much time, all right, on social media. Some of you spend way too much time with people that are not for your best interest. Those people that are not trying to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High Yah. Some of you spend so much time doing things that are not productive in your spiritual growth. All right, so I want to be able to share with you some scriptures today that can help you to be able to manage your time better. All right, I know this seems like a positive message. It's very positive, but if this positive message can help you be able to utilize your time more as it relates to reading the scriptures more, praying more, seeking Yah's face more, then you can call it positive all you want to. I just pray that this leads you in the path of getting closer to the Most High. So let's go to Ecclesiastes. I said Ecclesiastes, excuse me. I'm so used to saying Ecclesiastes, the book of Sirach, Ecclesiastes. All right, Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse number 1. It said, to everything there is a season and a time for every purpose under the heaven, the Shamayim. So it's a time for every purpose. It's up for you to know the time, all right, to know how much time and to know the season. All right. There are seasons in life for different things, even for planting, for harvesting, for the trees, for the leaves, the leaves to come, the leaves to go, for the for the flowers to blossom up in the springtime. Of course, we around that time now of the new year, and so much more. So you got to know the season, just like the season and cycles of life change. There are going to be people that's going to come in and out of your life. They're going to be there for a season, and some people are going to be there for a reason, and some people will be there for a long term. It's up to you to know the time, all right? Verse number 2, it's a time to be born, it's a time to die. It's a time to plant, it's a time to pluck up that which is planted. It's a time to kill, it's a time to heal. It's a time to break down, a time to build up. So it's a time that you got to break some things down. You got to break down relationships with people. You got to break down habits. You got to break down things, hindrances of getting you to your next level in the Most High Yah. It said, and it's a time to build up. All right. And this is the time to be building up your knowledge, your wisdom, your understanding. All right. This is the time to be building up your brothers and your sisters spiritually, giving them words of encouragement, giving them words of exhortation. All right. It's that time for you to be able to build up your relationship with the Most High Yah by spending more time in prayer, more time seeking His face. All right. It says it's a time to weep and it's a time to laugh. It's a time to mourn and it's a time to dance. Unfortunately, in today's world, it's a lot of people weeping right now. It's a lot of people crying. A lot of people afraid, fearful of the days that we're living in right now. All right. This is the perfect time to be coming to the Most High. This is the perfect time to be giving Him our whole heart, our whole mind, and everything that is within us. A time to laugh. All right. You gotta find something to laugh about, because if you do not find something to laugh about in these days and times that we're in, this stuff will drive you crazy. You will be very frustrated. Anxiety will come over, and your body will just literally, you will be in the hospital thinking about all the things that this government is doing to us right now. They got us right where they want us at. All right. But are you going to use this time wisely? I talked about that in another video about, the wise man, and he gets his wisdom through the leisure of his downtime. All right. Maximize your downtime. That's the name of that video. But this is about knowing the time. It's not just about that one thing, the downtime. It's about knowing the time altogether. All right, number 5, it's a time to cast away stones. It's a time to gather stones together. It's a time to embrace. It's a time to refrain from embracing. Some of these people, you're going to stop embracing so much. You all hugging on, you all up in their face, hugging on them, touching on them, things of that nature. You got to keep your distance from some of these people. A time to get and a time to lose. Number 6, a time to keep and a time to cast away. A time to rend, a time to sow, a time to keep silence, and a time to speak. This is something that many of us have to learn. We really have to learn about this last part of verse number 7, about a time to keep silence and a time to speak. It is time for us to be limiting our conversations. All right. Our speaking should be to the Most High mainly. All right. We got to make sure that we don't do a whole bunch of talking and we're not just, becoming hated because of our many words. All right. I don't even want to give you many words on this video and some of these other previous videos. I want to kind of keep it short to the point, because some people, when they keep talking over and over again, you will then begin to hate them because they'll start saying things that contradict scriptures. They'll start saying things that will allow them to look as boastful and arrogant and pride. So it's very important that we know when to keep silent and when to speak. Number 8, it's a time to love and it's a time to hate. It's a time of war and a time of peace. All right, so these are the cycles of time right here. Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1 through 8. All right, it's a time to love, it's a time to hate. All right, many of us, we hate what's going on right now. We hate what the government is doing to us. We hate these Gentiles keep lying to us, telling us that, everything is going to be okay. And then next thing you know, they change it and say, you got to stay in your house for 30 more days. And then they come and right when you're getting ready to make some plans to go do some things, they say, oh, by the way, we're adding 3 more weeks onto it. They got us right where they want to. So some of us hate this. All right. But I want you to find something to love about it as well. All right. Find something. I love the extra time that we're able to get in these scriptures. I love the family time that I'm able to get. I love that. All right. I love the time with the Most High Yah. I love the time just being able to sit back and look at the trees and the winds and just be able to look up towards the hills from whence comes my help and talk to my Creator. I love that. All right, I'm getting more of that time during this time. All right, and even if you're in a situation where they have taken your job from you, they have taken your employment, they were taking your income from you, this is the time for you to exemplify a higher level of belief than you have ever exemplified in your whole entire life. But let's go to Sirach chapter 27 real quick. Ecclesiastes chapter 27. Today we're talking about knowing the time. You have to know the time, all right? Ecclesiastes 27 verse 12. If thou be among the indiscreet, observe the time, but continually be among men of understanding. All right, this is a key verse right here in the Torah of wisdom. All right, Ecclesiastes chapter 27 and 12. If you're around indiscreet people, observe the time. Observe how much time you're spending around people right now. This is not time for you to be spending. This is not the time for you to be spending your valuable time that Yah has given you around people that do not care about the scriptures, do not care about end time biblical. It's not the time to be spending with people. All right. This is not the time to be spending with people that don't care about end time prophecies, that doesn't care about the Torah of wisdom, that don't care about seeking the Most High. You have to limit your time around these people. You have to limit how much time you're going over a family member's house, all right? And you want to go over there and stay for 2 or 3 hours, where the Most High may only want you over there for 2 or 3 minutes, or he may not want you to be going over there at all. You have to really value your time right now. Yes, you can spend money. Some of us have spent a lot of money. Money has flown through our hands, all right? We can get money back, but you can't get your time back. Make sure that you're using your time wisely, because if you're around indiscreet people, they will kill your time because they don't care nothing about their own time. Make sure that they're not doing that to you and sucking you dry. All right, Proverbs chapter 14. I want to give you some wisdom today, all right, to take with you. I'm coming from the wisdom books. Proverbs chapter 14 and verse number 7. Go from the presence of a foolish man when you perceive not in him the lips of knowledge. There have been plenty of times where I've opened my mouth to speak to someone about something that was going on in the world, and because they even 40, 50, 60 years old, all right, their mind is so brainwashed by the media and by what they're being fed through the hellite vision that when you're trying to bring some information to them, they don't want to hear it. So the scripture says, go from the presence of a foolish man When you perceive not in him the words of knowledge. When you are trying to drop this wisdom on people, when you're trying to share this valuable hidden treasure with other people, and they don't want to value it the way you do, they don't see the value in studying wisdom. They don't see the value in becoming wise. And we see there's only a few men in recorded biblical history that were really considered wise men. You got King Solomon, you got Yahushua Mashiach, you got Daniel, you got the Ruach of wisdom came upon Yosef. It's a few people in the scriptures that are considered wise men, and it's a few people today that are considered wise men and women, and yet there are still only a small percentage of people that want to tap into this subject, the hidden treasure, Kokomah. All right, so you need to know the time. Be around people that's talking about biblical prophecies right now. Be around people that's talking about trying to make moves to different places, trying to get themselves ready. Some people are trying to get ready to go back to the land. Some people are trying to get ready to move to another city. All right, be around people that have, movements on their mind. All right, not the people that's just trying to stay still, and people that's not trying to really do nothing on their walk. All right, but let's continue though. Let's go to the book of Sirach, Ecclesiastes chapter 31. Ecclesiastes chapter 31, and we're going to go to verse number 31. It said, rebuke not thy neighbor at the wine, and despise him not in his mirth. Give him no despiteful words, and press not upon him, urging him to drink. What does this have to do with anything? All right, it said, rebuke not your neighbor at the wine. You have to know the time, even when it comes to rebuking people. All right, when it comes to showing correction, a sharp correction in this word, I had to learn it the hard way. Well, I was sitting down with the Ak, we were just building, everything was going cool and smooth. I said something to correcting, and then he just flew off the handles just that quick. All right. So rebuke, and the Most High had to show me this scripture, Sirach 31 and 31, rebuke not your neighbor at the wine. Now I'm able to take that in. I want to share that wisdom with you today. But if you're sitting down with some people and you're drinking wine or you're drinking strong drink, that is not the time to be trying to correct somebody, because that's when the aggression is going to come in. That's when the anger is going to come in. That's when the pride is going to come in. Choose a better time to be able to rebuke somebody instead of rebuking them at the time of wine. All right, now let's get to Sirach chapter 32. All right, it says, Sirach chapter 32 and 4, it says, pour not out words where there is a musician, and show not forth wisdom out of time. So when you have a musician, let me say that one more time, pour not out words where there is a musician. So if you have somebody playing music, all right, you got a DJ over there. If y'all got y'all little gathering going on and y'all cooking food and kicking it, that's not the time to be trying to pull out scriptures, because you got all this loud music playing. You got the music in the background, people over there drinking, people eating, people having a good time. You have to know the time. Know the time when it's time to be able to share this hidden treasure. Know the time when it's trying to, pop that jewel in there, pop that wisdom in there. It says, 32 and 4, pour not out words where there is not a musician, and show not forth wisdom out of time. You have to share forth this wisdom in a timely fashion. Share it at the right time. This is a part of wisdom. When you study this subject more and more, it's going to tell you how to deal with wisdom and to share things at the right time. You will be more aware. You will be more cognizant of when this ain't the right time to be saying nothing. Some of us, we will say it at any time of the day, and that's not wise. So prayerfully, with this scriptures today, what I just shared with you, we go on and on. I'm trying to keep these lessons short. Some of these wisdom lessons, I want them to be under 20 minutes. All right, know the time. Know the time that you're in right now. Know the season that you're in. Observe the time when you're around indiscreet individuals that don't value your time. All right, I value my time. I value my time more now than I ever have before. And I want you to do the same thing, because the time is drawing near. Or the time is getting closer. The time is coming where some of us might have to flee. All right, you want to make sure that you know the Father's marching orders for your life. But how are you going to do it if you're hanging around people that's sucking your time up? They don't care about your time because they're not going nowhere in life. They're trying to bring you down with them. So prayerfully, you will take heed to this wisdom lesson. I know it's more and more things we can talk about time, but I'm going to leave it right here for right now. All right. If you like this video or any of the previous videos that you have saw on this page, click the subscribe button, click the bell button for the notifications so that you can continually be updated on these wisdom videos and all the other videos that I'll be sharing outside of wisdom, and that will be able to enhance your spiritual knowledge. With that said, until the next time we meet again, I pray the Most High's face shine upon all of you that are striving to keep his laws, his statutes, and his commandments. All of you that are striving to explore the hidden treasure of Kokomah wisdom. I pray that his face shine upon each and every single one of you, and all of you that are sincere and genuine, and to the 12 tribes that are scattered across the lands. I say, shalom, shalom.